buddy, welcome to Friday. Today is May 16th, 2025, and I'm Michelle with YesMichelle Crochets. Please allow me first to say welcome and hello to my returning viewers, my returning subscribers, and my returning lurkers, and a very special welcome and hello to my new viewers, my new subscribers, and my new lurkers. I appreciate having each and every one of you here with me today, and I thank you for your time. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have a bit of a routine to my videos. I like to start out with a quote of the day. I think it sets the tone for the video. I know it sets the tone for my day. From there, we'll discuss what's in my cup, the weather outside. We'll have a few quick announcements, and then I will have a very important conversation with a very special friend. Once I've had that conversation, I'm going to move into the topic of the day. And after I'm done talking, and yes, I do talk a lot. I will admit that. It's part of my personality and hopefully my charm. I'm going to give you a screen card. That screen card is going to detail for you what I will be crocheting in the next part of our video. And I will start the really good music. But I also want to point out to you, you're not required to crochet. You see, that's not a tutorial. It's just me crocheting. I'm your crochet buddy, keeping you company while you do whatever you do. Whether you crochet, you knit, diamond art, maybe you answer a few emails, maybe you take that time to stretch your body, or maybe, just maybe, you use that time to enjoy the music and relax. Whatever you do, I encourage it. Just hang out with me and enjoy our time together. Once I'm done crocheting, I'm going to give you another screen card. That screen card is going to show you the quote of the day, and then I'm going to celebrate my members and give you an end screen. But please pay attention to the end screen because it's going to give you some quick reminders and an extra bonus. The quick reminders, of course, are please hit like if you haven't already done so, and hit subscribe and tickle that bell notification. With this caveat, if you're already subscribed to my channel, take that moment to double check and make sure YouTube hasn't been sneaky and unsubscribed you. I want to keep you around, so make sure you're still subscribed. And of course, it's also going to ask you to please hit share. And the reason that I ask you to share is because I am in my growing season, and you might have the opportunity to introduce me to someone I don't already know, giving them the opportunity to subscribe. I am really close to a milestone that I'm excited about hitting, but I can't do without you. So I appreciate you in advance for helping me make that happen. The other thing that end screen is going to do is give you either a video or a playlist that either I or YouTube thinks that you will enjoy. And with all of that said, please, let's get started with the quote of the day. Excuse me. For those of you who've been around for a while, you know I deal with my sinuses, and my sinuses are having a time and a half with me this morning. Anyway, on to the quote of the day. Said by Wayne Dyer, be miserable or motivate yourself. Whatever has to be done is always your choice. And I think that that's a very important thing to ponder, especially today with it being Freedom Friday and for being Friday in general, the beginning of the weekend. You can go into this weekend with all of the enthusiasm and excitement of what the weekend represents for you, or you can be miserable. That part's your choice. I can't tell you how to be, how to feel, or what to do. I can tell you that you choose whether it's going to be an amazing weekend filled with fun, laughter, and love, or it's going to be another one of those weekends where you didn't even want to get out of bed. I don't predict that. I don't choose that. I hope you make the right choice for you. That's all. Now, as for coffee talk, because yes, I have my coffee. She's pretty close to full. I chose to get up late today because I have a very different kind of day today, and you might already notice that by the fact that this is not a premiere video. Instead, I'm uploading this video at our normal time, but without me being available in the chat. I have things going on behind the scenes that are keeping me away from my keyboard today. So we have this video and I thank you for being here, but unfortunately I can't chat with you. What I did do is make sure that I pinned an invitation for you to become a member, but more about that in a minute. On to weather. Today's weather is reasonable. I've got to go out in it, so I'm glad that it is not horrible and it's not raining. Those are two bonuses. The current weather is 62 degrees. The low today was 57 and the high is expected to be 88. So I'm dressed accordingly and I'm pretty excited about it, all things considered. And on to announcements. My announcements today are as they are most every day. Happy birthday or happy anniversary if today is your special day. I sincerely appreciate having you here on your special day with me because it makes me feel pretty special too. So for that, I say thank you. And I also want to say, hey there to my best buds and greetings and salutations to the royal court. And if you're wondering who my best buds are and who's the royal court, well, those are the members of my channel. These are people who have invested a financial blessing to me, giving me the opportunity to take care of some of the behind the scenes and in front of the screen things that I do to give this channel the push and the polish that I hope I bring to the table. Whether it's the epidemic sound or helping me offset the cost of the Zoom that we will have tomorrow, by the way. There are systems that have to be in place in order to produce a quality video, and those things cost money. This is not, though it's a passion project, this doesn't happen for free. So having membership gives me the opportunity to offset some of those costs instead of taking them out of my household budget. And for each and every one of my members, I say thank you. But I also want to invite you, if you're not already a member, take a look at that pinned comment in the comment section and tap that button and join the membership at the level you're most comfortable with. But with this caveat, only the royal court gets to come to the Zooms. And speaking of my Zooms, there will be a Zoom tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central, and I will drop the information for that on my post notifications, which is the reason I remind you guys constantly to make sure you've got that bell pressed and you're able to get all of the notifications, whether I drop a video, I go live, or I put up a post notification. Whatever I do, I want to make sure you're included. You're part of my family and I enjoy having you around. So there is that. The other thing I need to share with you, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central, there will be a regular live sip and whip session. So grab something tasty to drink, grab whatever whip you need to get some stitches in on, and most of all, bring yourself to the table and your keyboard. Join me in the chat and we will have a fun time for about an hour. I can't wait to see you tomorrow either way. Maybe twice. All of that said, let's move on a little bit. And of course, I'm checking my notes. When I tell you guys I write notes every day, I really, really do. So right now, I want to take a moment, though, to take a pause and have a very important conversation with a very special friend. This special friend is someone who may not be having the best of times right now and needs a little bit of extra love, motivation, and encouragement. So please allow me to do that. And to my special friend, hey there, how are you today? I hope the answer is okay. I know that it may not be, but I can hope. With that in mind, I want to say to you, I love you. I am extremely proud of you. Proud of you not because you accomplished solving the cure to cancer or something big. You got up. You are here. And I say that slowly and measured because I know that that might not be an easy thing to do or to be today, which is why I'm proud of you, because you're doing it. You're here, not just on my video. You're here, and I see you, and I'm so, so glad you're here. Thank you. Now, I know that whatever is facing you may seem overwhelming. You're not alone, and you don't have to be. You do need to do a few things, though, no matter what the circumstance. You need to eat. You need to drink your water. And if meds are appropriate, you need to take your meds. Those three things are the pillars to getting through or getting over whatever you're facing right now. The other thing I'm going to encourage you to do is have a real conversation with someone in your life. Be it a friend or a family member, maybe it's a neighbor or a trusted person of faith. You need to open up just a little bit and share what you're dealing with. I am very fond of the statement that a burden shared is a burden halved. And believe me, lowering the level of stress that you're feeling will help you get through what you're going through. So have that very real conversation with someone in your life. And if there isn't anyone in your life that you feel safe and comfortable having that conversation with, this might be the perfect time for you to use your resources, internet-based or telephone-based, to reach out for help. Talk to your doctor, talk to a therapist, or locate someone who can be that for you. It's okay to say, I'm not okay today. So if you don't have someone to talk to, please reach out and find somebody that you can trust and talk to, because other people's perspective can sometimes solve a problem that you don't see a solution to. So, with all of that said, again, I love you. You need to hear me and hear others when that's said to you. You are loved, you're important, and you're valuable. So, for now, and just for now, sit back and relax. Listen to the rest of the video, but think about and make an action plan to do the things I've said. I promise you, I appreciate you doing those things for me, even if you don't want to do them for you. So, okay. Meanwhile, hang on. And to everyone, I want to say thank you for being patient with me while I have that very important conversation. You see, as much as that conversation is for someone else, more times than I have told you, that conversation is for me to remind me that I need to eat and drink my water and, of course, take my meds. And when necessary, have conversations with real people in my life to help me see a way out of things that I may not see a way out of. Excuse me, the sinuses. Anyway, like I said, today is Friday, and it isn't just Friday, it's Freedom Friday. And in Michelle's world, Freedom Friday is all about sales and a pattern spotlight. So let's get started. I only looked at a few sites, and I only took a gander at a few of the deals that they had on those sites. There are a lot of internet opportunities for shopping for your favorite hobby, whether you're a knitter or a crocheter. Maybe you do diamond art. Maybe you're an artist who draws or paints, whatever. Check out the internet for some really, really great deals. I'm going to be spotlighting yarn, and hang on, because I hope this stuff is beneficial for you to know. Now, first, I took a look at Yarnspirations. We all know that website, and they're hit or miss on some of the things they've been doing lately. I don't gatekeep, and I don't pretend that something's great when it's not. They have had some problematic deliveries. Excuse me, I need a sip of my coffee. It is morning still. Excuse me. But like I said, they've been kind of hit or miss on some of their deliveries. But keep in mind, they're a very, very big company, and they're very successful with a lot of our favorite brands in their wheelhouse. So I went over there and took a look at the fact that they have a 25% off site-wide sale, plus free shipping over $80. So for those of you who need to pick up some of your favorite yarns, it's a good time to take a look at their site. Not the best sale we've ever seen, but it is a good sale. And if you need some yarn, that might be where you need to go. And I looked at the Red Heart with Love. It is $6.39. And you need to keep in mind that there are 25 shades of that yarn. I will give Red Heart with Love credit. It is soft, it's squishy, and it's amazingly good yarn. The other thing I looked at on the Red Heart line was the Red Heart Soft. It is $4.97. There are 23 shades of that. So again, a really great yarn. Now, you guys know one of my core love yarns is Caron 1 pound. The Caron 1 pound is on sale for $9.37, and there are 46 different shades of that yarn. So that excites me, and I hope it excites you too, at least a little bit. Now, before I scoot out of there, I want to remind you that the Bernat Super Value yarn is on sale for $5.19, and there are no less than 57 different shades of yarn over there in that color, or that skein of yarn. Think about that. 57 different colorways that you could create most anything with. Now, from there, I looked at Hobby or Hobie. I never know how that's pronounced, and if you would, drop in the comment section and tell me, is it Hobby, like we would say with a Y, or is it Hobie with a long O? I don't know. You tell me. Either way, they've got a deal going on. And you know they have their own brand of yarns. So consider that when you're looking over there to shop. However, I looked at the fact that they have the Amigo yarn, which is a 100% HB acrylic. I don't know what HB means. But again, I've never shopped Hobby. I am merely sharing the deal. This is a DK weight, and one piece is going to start out at $4.10. If you decide to buy 10 pieces, you can get that for as low as $2.65 a skein or a piece. They call it pieces. Anyway, the Rainbow Cotton yarn, which is 8/8 or DK weighted yarn, one piece is going to be $2.75. 20 pieces is going to be $1.80 each. And I think, all things considered, that might be a really good deal. I didn't spend a lot of time there. I've told you, I've never shopped there before. So though I can share the deals, I don't know much about their yarn. I've heard great things, but I've never used it. On to Hirschner's. And for all the reasons you can imagine, Hirschner's is kind of still in my heart because your girl loves big twist yarn. And the rumor is they've got the deal. So we're waiting to see that show up on their website. I didn't see it there when I looked, but who knows? It might be there later today. We'll have to look. Anyway, on to the deal they have going on right now. They have a deal going on for shipping. Their shipping is $4.95 for anything over $49 with the coupon code bonus ship. One word. So that's also where I found the free pattern spotlight for this week. I looked at the Wild Berry wrap, and I will try, no promises, to put that picture like right here somewhere. So if I got it in, if editor Michelle got it in, it's going to be like right there. If not, bear with me, go to their website and take a look at that deal. I like that pattern. It's something to give a pop of color to a very basic outfit, and maybe just to keep your shoulders warm if you want to go to a movie this summer, and maybe you get chilled in the movie theater like I do. This would be something fun to add to an outfit to keep you warm and cozy while you enjoy a really good summer movie. Anyway, on to the sale. What they promoted was the mega sale. So I want to share with you the Willow yarns, both the DK and worsted. their assortment pack is $17.45, so that's a great deal. They also have a Caron cake assortment kit for $24.99. I didn't look deeply into what that is. We know our Caron cake yarns. They are beautiful. The colorways are amazing, and you're going to get a variety pack. So maybe you haven't tried all the cakes, and there's going to be different ones in there for you to consider. So take a look at that. They also have a self-striping cake assortment for $14.95 for a pack. And then, of course, I left off with the Hirschner's MVP worsted 8-pack. And it doesn't mean there's 8 skeins. There are actually only 3. But it's the worsted 8. That's their waiting for that yarn. It's going to be $12.99. Now, you guys, I have been talking for more than 20 minutes, and I need to put on my editor hat and get things in play and get our music queued up and get that screen card going. So with all of that said, I'm going to put a pin in our conversation for today. I am going to tell you that I love you. I want to see you this weekend, so please remember what I said about joining as a member and catching the Zoom tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. Of course, if this is not the right time for you to make that decision, see me at 10 a.m. Central. We'll still have a good time either way, but I'd love to have you for both. I also want to remember to tell you to have some fun today. Don't forget to eat and drink your water. And yes, if meds are appropriate, please take your meds. I also want to send you a hug and tell you, don't go anywhere. I'm about to give you that screen card. You'll see my hands on the other side, but you won't see this face. My face, you'll see next time. Until then, you take care, but don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a sec.